Welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we're going to be building a senior living community. One of the default getaways in the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits is the senior living community. So I really wanted to build a retirement home because I thought it could be fun to have our Let's Play Sims, the big wallets, move into a retirement home as they age up into elders. So I thought it could be a fun idea to have in our save game, and I thought we'd just see how it goes. Thank you so much Gameloft for sponsoring this video. Make sure to click the link down below or scan the QR code on screen now to learn more. Disney Dreamlight Valley has consistently been one of the games I go back to just chill out and relax in. In the last Star Path, we had all this really cool retro road trip theme stuff, so I decided, even before that Star Path had started, that I wanted to make this a whole area in my valley. So I actually spent a bunch of time decorating up this little spot here in Sunlit Plateau because I felt it kind of fit the vibes of a retro drive-in, nice and sunny, and perfect and cozy at nighttime. So I also turned the inside of the Cozy Cone Motel into the diner theme, and I thought it fit perfectly in here. Now, of course, that's just what I've done, and that was in the last update, but let's talk about this update that's out right now. We're going to be returning to Beast's Castle, where we're going to meet Lumiere and Cogsworth, and we have to solve a mystery to then be able to welcome them into our valley. Once we've done that, we'll also be able to unlock their friendship quests and get some really nice rewards from it. Speaking of photos just before, the photo mode has got another update. Now there's a whole bunch of new poses using our royal tools. So if you want to pose while fishing or holding a pickaxe, you can make that happen. You'll also be able to pose and show off your new collected phone cases too. There's also the Witchful Thinking Star Path that is starting, and that includes a bunch of new furniture and clothing items. Not only that, but the Trick or Treat event returns this year from October 15th to the 31st with a few small changes. I think the event that I'm most excited for though in this update is starting from October 22nd. There's going to be this new portal appearing in your plaza, and it goes to a brand new island that's going to have various different puzzles and things to solve, and more will unlock over time. So now is a great time to get into Dreamlight Valley. It's currently on sale on Steam till October 6th, until October 8th on Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox stores, and till October 9th on the Epic Games Store. So thanks again so much to Gameloft for sponsoring this video. Make sure to click that link down below to learn more, or scan the QR code on screen. Now I gotta go prepare my valley for the new update. So let's get back to the video. So I don't think I've ever built a lot here in Brindleton Bay on the 64 by 64 lot. And I figured this was just a nice lot for it as well. We got like this gated area here, a nice big driveway, and then plenty of space here to build our little retirement home. So first things first, goodbye lot. Okay, so the thing we're gonna wanna do is probably have, I'm gonna say, I don't wanna overload this lot. So we're gonna say we're gonna do 8 rooms. So we're gonna have 8 elders being able to live here at once, because that's like the maximum we can fit in one roll at a time. So let's just sketch it out, because I'm thinking we're basically gonna do like a U shape. So we'll have 4 rooms here, 4 rooms here, main communal living space in the middle, and then like a garden in the middle. I think that's kind of the plan. So let's just see how that works. I have no idea. I don't know how big I need the rooms to be. That's actually probably even too big. You know what? Let's do something wacky. Let's build a room first and like furnish it, then copy it. That's wacky. And build backwards. Just because this will help me get scale of what I'm actually trying to do here. So for retirement living, we're gonna want a prison bed. No, I want a bed that kind of looks like a hospital bed, but I guess is also actually comfortable. There's not a lot of those options, to be honest. So maybe we just get a nice bed. And I probably want to do a single bed because I'll typically just be a single bed. I mean, we could just do this bed. Metal frame, energy 4, stress relief, discomfort relief. It's a very ugly, you know what, I don't want to do that. Why don't we just make it look nice? Maybe that's a better idea. Actually, this is kind of cute. Does this have nice colors on it? Yeah, this is kind of cute. I feel like this is definitely retirement living. All right, let's get one of these in. So I think I can already see that this room is way too big. So sometimes just getting scales in is gonna help. So let's move this back. That's probably still too big. Honestly, I might even go like this, because then we can have like a dresser or something here. We have a little sort of seating area. This is just a bedroom. It's not supposed to be like an apartment. Though having said that, we will have a bathroom in here, and we'll make it fairly big so they have plenty of room to move around. And it would be nice to have a little outdoor space for each of the room, like a private outdoor space, because obviously we'll have a shared space in the middle. So I think this might be kind of the size we're after here. I'm just gonna pull up some references. In my mind, I know what I'm trying to do, but I guess we're doing more of like a care home rather than retirement living, which would be more just like you'd have your own either unit or house or something. This is more like there's a single room that you have with your own bathroom, but then everything else is sort of taken care of. I think the greenhouse doors actually could be quite nice for this. So I might actually do a door there because we could even use those, which I think look like they'll be really nice with this. I think that's what I want to do. But then on the room, I think we should definitely do like maybe one of these little peephole you can peep out, you know, it's almost like a little kind of dorm room setup. All right, and then we just get a light in there. Okay, so I'm thinking this is our sort of scope and this is what we're up to. So in here, I don't know if that's where the door is gonna go, but let's have a look. So we wanna do, I would say probably a pretty large space. There's plenty of room. So I think we can probably go, you know, we'll make it fancy. We'll use this one. And I'm just gonna keep it simple for now, just doing that. And then if we get out, let's have a look. We need that hand railing from, I think it's just from Get to Work. The very first expansion, this one here. So this chrome wall panel, which, I mean, I think it's a handrail. I feel like I always use it as a handrail, so that's how I'm gonna use it. So do handrail there, maybe more like the darker gray is a better color, perhaps. Okay, I'm thinking just this. I actually spent a lot of time just messing around with the layout, and I even tried making it bigger, but then I felt like it was just too much for something that is effectively just a small bathroom. I think that's gonna be fine because we don't need to go too overboard with the size of it, really. I guess I don't have a bath, which I guess in some situations would be useful, but in the situation of this being Sims, maybe some rooms we can do a bath in and then some not. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with this. Oh, actually, one thing I don't like about this layout, you know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it immediately. Because I was about to put a mirror on this, but then it's gonna be in the middle of the room, which I really don't like doing that. Now I'm gonna swap the toilet to here and put the sink and stuff. Means I guess I'll get rid of that. Maybe I'll just get a full size one of these and move this out so it's not crammed in the corner. Okay, yeah, let's just do that instead. And then I'll get a nice mirror here. Maybe one of the like cabinet mirrors. So you could actually have a little bit of storage in there. Does that have a similar color to this? A candle? Oh, I guess we could do that. Kind of blends in with the wall, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Okay, back to the main room. I guess I got a few options in terms of flooring. Like we could do floorboards, not like that. It'd be probably lighter. I don't know if oh wait, I left this room bigger than it was supposed to be from when I made the bathroom bigger. Should be this size. I was like, this looks way too big. So yeah, I think either floorboards. I don't love that board though. It'd have to, because it needs to be something that's easy to clean, practical, hard wearing. So I'd think either a floorboard, like a thin carpet, you know those carpets that just have concrete under it? That for some reason they use, I don't know if they do it everywhere, but at our schools, they'd always have a carpet in all the room. It was just basically on top of concrete. So we could do, I guess the carpet would afford us the ability to change the colors of each room quite easily. And we can make it look a little bit cozier. I guess then the other thing is, do we put rugs on top of this? Because obviously we probably want to personalize each room a little bit as well. Sometimes putting rugs on top of this stuff looks a bit weird. Now over here as well, I guess I'd probably want a bath mat. Maybe I could do that. I move the stool into that section, like a little area. I guess I should probably put like towels and stuff. I guess there's like little details and stuff we can add. I'll just do a little bath mat there. That's, maybe it's a bit random. I'm putting it there for now. We'll come back. And then I'm just seeing, so if we had additional rugs, is that gonna look weird? That's too small. Like, does that work really? Or does that look weird? I think it's okay. If you imagine this carpet is not like a really thick plush carpet, it's basically like a carpet tile that's like on concrete. That's kind of what I'm imagining, right? In terms of the texture and all that. So I think we'll do that. Not necessarily these colors, but I'm just planning out the rooms. Speaking of which, let's plan out the rest of this. So I'm thinking we just go, well, we're gonna get like a main wall, which I think is honestly just gonna be like a basic paint, and then we can add flair. So let's just say I did this really boring color like that, just as a base coat. Then each room we can add customization for like whoever's in there. Like, so I don't know, maybe a room has a wood paneled wall. We can add a few things here and there, you know. Okay, so I think that's fine for now. Then let's get like the basic furniture. So obviously we've got the bed, and I think the bed is, I think it's Discover University, and I think this is high school years, right? So, you know, we've got an education theme going on, but I kind of like the old school look to it. But again, each room could probably have different like tables and stuff. I don't know. I don't love this combination. But yeah, I think the specific items we actually put in can change. This chair's like perfect. Does this have, I guess it, well, kind of does have a green with a lighter wood. I just like it because it has a little like a frilly cushion and a throw on it. But I don't know if the colors of this one work particularly well. Oh, the cottage, actually this cottage living one is perfect. I'm just putting that there for now. And then we'll definitely want like a dresser. So let's get that. Okay, I still want a large dresser over this side though. I still think that kind of, because it feels like that is definitely not enough space. Oh, we could do something like this where we have maybe a bookcase there, because then that still looks like there's more storage. Like you can have room down there and then you have this one there. Yeah, okay, maybe that works. And again, this stuff we can change in each room. I guess I'm spending a long time on this room because basically what I'm gonna do is we'll copy and paste, and then because we've already built and furnished the room, we can just swap out pieces. So we can like swap out the bed, we can swap out this, but everything will be more or less the same kind of setup. So that's how I'm imagining it working. Whether it works that way or not, I don't know. I spent a lot of time on one room, but it's okay. We're doing a backwards build. Should we go with this little TV? I'll just do like a little TV on that section there. Okay, so we got the bed. I definitely need some more light. Let me have a look. I just put these lamps in. I haven't actually chosen anything on them. Okay, so there's not a huge amount in this room, but that's okay. Because then I was thinking of doing like a little dining spot, but I think because if I'm going to do like a little balcony area as well, I don't know exactly how this is going to look. I don't know if I'm actually going to fence it in or not, but something like this. Oh, no, I don't have Adventure Awaits installed as when I'm recording this because it's not out yet. Because I'd use the decking from Adventure Awaits. I guess I can come back and change it when I've got it because that's like the perfect flooring for this area. Oh, for now, I'll just do one of these. Yeah. So yeah, we just have like this little outdoor. I don't even know what the walls are going to look like yet. I don't know any of that stuff yet. But yeah, so we have a little outdoor space. This is the room. Obviously, there's not a huge amount of details in there. Let me just go to nighttime, make sure it's lit up enough. Yeah, there's loads of light. That's actually really good. All right, then let's get some little pictures around the place so it's not as barren and horrible in here. No, just something like that. I've just put a few pictures in. Again, change up per room. And I think I just want to do maybe some, ooh, Grange mudroom. Actually, that's kind of a nice wallpaper. I like that. That's definitely more character to the space. I don't know if I want to do it on all walls, but maybe even just on that wall is quite nice. And then here, I mean, there's nothing here. I think I need to put something. I think maybe, can I get like a really I need like a thin, I kind of wanted a desk, but I don't think that's going to fit. So let's not worry about that. Maybe just one of these. I just need something here. I got to make sure I'm leaving space because I was leaving a big hallway for accessibility, right? So I don't want to then put a piece of furniture here that's just going to block everything. But if I put this like over this way, maybe move the door over to that. That kind of works, yeah. Actually, this has a different color palette to that thing there. Oh, we could do like we just did a big mirror here. Oh, that's too big. Too big. Actually, one of these is pretty good. That almost fits like perfectly with that wall. I think that has to be white because otherwise it looks kind of weird. Oh, we can do one of these actually, just here. I don't know if it's a bit of a random spot, but I don't know. It's kind of like the entrance little hall area. Yeah, I don't know if that's kind of weird, but you come in, you put your stuff down. It is what it is. I think that's a room. So now the plan is we just do this and then we'll customize them obviously in between. So my idea is we'd have 4 on each side because we're gonna have 8. Whoa, okay, this lot is way bigger. Well, that's good. That gives us a lot of room for other stuff, which I haven't even started yet, so we'll have to get to that. Okay, now, oh God, it's done the thing where it's like doubled up a bunch of stuff. Look how many doors are here. And probably here as well. A bunch of doors. Here, a bunch of doors. I think these are okay. It's just because those are overlapping. Hopefully there's nothing else. I think it might have just been that. Okay, so right now, obviously, look, it's very identical. Then, here's what we do now. We go, this can be yellow. I'm gonna just change the beds first, see what we've got. All right, now what would the furniture be that's included with the rooms? You know, I think the beds come with the rooms, and then maybe the armchairs, because I've already color matched those. And then maybe we can sort of customize some of the other stuff. And obviously the bathrooms would be the same too. All right, so I've gone through and sort of made each room slightly different. Basically the same furniture, but we have the different colors, slightly different positions of furniture, but it's all still kind of same, right? So it's the same kind of stuff, but a few different things here and there, different pictures, different little decorations. Like this one's got like little cards and stuff. And I imagine this is something that their grandkids crafted for them and gifted them, you know, that kind of stuff. So we got those rooms along there and I've got the other ones over here. So the idea now, we can try and figure out the scale and where this building's actually gonna go. And we're gonna wanna do hallways, probably maybe 3 wide, because 2 wide is gonna feel way too narrow for such a long hallway. So I think 3 wide, we could even then do some seating or something along it. So we'll do the same on both sides. At the moment, I've just positioned them equal distance from the edge of the lot. But we're obviously very far back, which is probably too far back. Although actually, hang on, we could do like a cool, what if we had like a little hallway here, which obviously it's already a hallway, but you know what I mean. And then we have this one. There's a lot of, look, there's gonna be a lot of hallways, all right? This hallway there. But then we have the main building still lining up with that. Hang on, all the way along here. I don't know how big this is gonna need to be. Probably not that big. So I don't wanna go too big on this. Maybe like that side, even that's probably big. So basically this is like the community space. So we're gonna need a kitchen, living room, probably some more bathrooms somewhere, and then also staff space, I suppose, is something I got to consider if we're going to do it as a getaway sort of setup. So that's what I'm thinking. And then I want to put this hallway I just had here back because I have an idea for that. I don't know if it's going to look good or not, but we'll see. Because then let's just say we turn these into rooms at the end, like that's, I don't know, some sort of rec room or whatever. Then we have some sort of entrance here in the middle. And then let's move this whole thing forward a little bit. Let me do also like, actually, you know what? Let me move the whole lot. At the moment, I feel like I'm kind of just sketching out what I want it to be. Like like the layout and all that. And then the middle area here, this is all gonna be like garden, landscape, space, outside, etc. So what we're gonna do, let's give this whole section a roof. The little back sections are probably fine. I think I'll just do that. Yep. And then I want to just do like a tin roof. Actually, no, maybe not a tin roof. No. Oh, no, actually, I like this roof. Let's do this. So we'll do the same on both sides. Again, I'm just trying to sketch out what's actually this building's gonna be right now. And the main roof of the building is gonna be there. Obviously it's very ugly right now. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. So these, what does this look like? Is that too much? Like, I kind of want these to be little glass walkways, right? I don't know if that's gonna be like too much. I need to shift the whole lot back one so these windows align properly. Hang on, actually, that's probably a good idea anyway. It's so close at the front here. We're gonna shift back one and that'll align those window panes. So I kind of wanted, I think I need a second story. Don't worry, we'll figure out the front in a second. We'll figure that out. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. So then instead, what we're gonna do, I'll just grab this for the top section for now. I do wish we could lock areas for like the staff of a getaway, because then I'll just have the upstairs be for staff, which I think would make sense. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna use this roof. Okay, copy that. Let me just get the same angle. We'll put that roof there. We can use that as a little angle guide. Get rid of that one. Then we're gonna bring this all the way up. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, it doesn't quite fit underneath. I don't want it to like clip through the second story. So I'm gonna go down one. That means I want to probably adjust my other ones too to match. I'll bring those all down by one. Okay, then copy this to the other side. Oh, wait, wait, what? Oh, right, I meant this building bigger on this side. I was like, wait, hang on. How did I build it so unevenly? There we go. Okay, that goes there. And then, and this is a glass roof. Again, I don't know if this is gonna work or look good. We'll find out. We're in the experimentation phase right now. Do you wish these lined up with the windows? Oh wait, this one does. Oh wait, no it doesn't. It's like weirdly not on the grid. Oh wait, if I do that, okay, there we go, hang on. No, we're good, we're back. We're so back, people. Okay, so then we have it like that. That was kind of the idea. Then these sections here, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this bit, to be honest. Maybe that needs to be a regular roof and we just have that be like a little glass section. Well, I guess if I just do like a regular roof here, let me see I guess we can't do eaves because it will clip into that roof. Or, hang on, if I go back to here, we stop it there, clone it, and we put another roof here, and then this one we remove all the eaves. Then it will still go into that roof, but not have the eave cut in like that. Okay, that works. So we do have a kind of annoying glitch there where the eaves look different on these two roofs, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's try to do the same on the other side. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere, but then it's like, what are we doing with this section? What are we doing with the front of the building? Because that ain't it. All right, so, well, let's just add some roof detail. I think just adding details in like dormers and stuff is gonna help us out. So these can be a different angle to the main roof, that's all right. Okay, so we can do those two pieces, which I don't think did I place those evenly? No, I didn't. I didn't think so. Okay, that's better. All right, I do quite like that actually, that glass section there. It's a bit interesting. Now for each of our little rooms and this hallway, I think it's gonna be too much if I do glass like that. Yeah, that's way too much. I think this needs to be more like regular build, potentially even like a covered outside walkway in addition to the interior walkway. I don't know if I'm going to be doing too many walkways here, but just like a little porch, basically a little porch section just here. Then I guess the question is, how do we roof this? Do I just extend the roof from the main building out? I don't mind that, but I do think if I'm going to do that, maybe this hallway is now too big because then we just have basically 5 squares wide of hall. Unless we make this smaller, so it's only 1, which is very, very thin, but then it's more just like a detail to the building and then we just have doors coming out and like bigger pathways out here anyway. That might just make more sense given how big the hallway already is. That means I don't need to massively increase the size of the roof either. And then the question is, do we just do doors at each section? Probably not. I really shouldn't overdo doors, right? We could do like in the 2 middle sections maybe, and then like that. Okay, so then yeah, those are just windows. Those are the doors there. Okay, so I've went with this businesses and hobbies brick, which, okay, it's not in the catalog anymore. I don't know where it went, which, and with everything else, it looks very brown. I really like the brick though. I think it's the right brick. So I think maybe what I want to do instead is maybe change the roof to more of a terracotta color. Let me just see. No, absolutely not. That is not right. Maybe just a darker roof. After doing that, no. Maybe like this roof instead. Oh, just kind of all looks the same color. I really like the brick though. That's kind of the direction I want to go, but the roof is not it. Maybe we could go for like a larger, because the build is so big, having larger scaled stuff. It just looks dark. This isn't working for me. Okay, wait, what about if we do a combination? So our main building could be like this brick where it has like the nice big base stone. Then we have this other, where is this? I keep eye dropping it. It's like eye dropping it, but it doesn't scroll to the right spot for some reason. This looks really dark, but I think it's just the lighting. Like it's because it's not, the light isn't hitting it properly because it's like right above. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe we just need to change that. Do we just go for a more colorful brick? And then we go back to that roof from before. Just because I kind of like, it kind of just feels like an old building, which is what I want it to feel like it's supposed to be. But I also don't want it to be completely bland that it's horrible to look at. Okay, that might work. Okay, let's go back to the actual front of this and the detailing, because right now there is zero detailing. So I'm gonna grab some columns, and we've got this big, beautiful entrance section here. We gotta have some sort of entrance cover, and I think we can do that using a platform, maybe? Those columns kind of look a little goofy there. I think it's gonna be better with a roof. I was going for like a flat sort of entrance roof and then it would have like a sign, but I think that just looks horrendous. I think I need to do a roof here because we need more detail. Like it just, why is deleting the floor above deleting the columns below? That doesn't even make any sense. Right, so I'll just put those there for now. This still, don't worry, it still looks horrendous. We're getting there. It's a process, folks. This cannot be brick because that doesn't really make sense to me. I think it would need to be like like something like this, not in that color, obviously. And then we'd have like a sign on it or something. I think it's too big actually as well. Maybe more back here. Or actually, hang on, let me go back out there. Maybe we do that, and then what I need to do is have some sort of extra bit that sticks out and then above as well. And then maybe do we do another texture or is that, no, I think that would have to be maybe just the same one. Get rid of that. Then we use one of these down here like that. Okay, so then you get more of like an entrance setup, and then let's do something with this roof up top as well. Maybe just some of these guys. So put that there and go all the way through. Ooh, there's too many. Okay, I think actually what I need to do is I have to get rid of this. This roof would come out. Well, maybe I'll do a smaller roof for the middle section. You know, one of the challenges with just physically large buildings is making them look interesting without looking messy, which is kind of, that's where we're at now. We're sort of in that in-between zone, trying to figure out how we make this look interesting without making it look messy. That's what we're trying to do right now. And then after that step's done, this is just looking, ooh. Okay, you know what? I need to simplify this. This is too much. I like where I'm going with the entrance. I think I need to go back to what I was doing before, where I just had this extend to the next level. I think that's probably the right thing to do there. And then we either have a big roof section here. I think it's too big. I think that's the problem. Hang on. Let's size the roof first and then size the walls. It's all about scale. Even if something in Sims is like really tiny, sometimes just adjusting the scale to suit the build rather than it being something realistic is going to be better off in the end. And this is going to have to go lower. This is more just like a porch roof. I don't know if it's going to work or it's going to look good, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll make all this smaller. And I do think maybe this section here maybe needs to be a different wall texture than the main building. Or maybe this bit is brick. I don't know. Actually, that brick looks pretty good. I mean, that already looks better than what it was before. And I think maybe with windows and that kind of stuff, it might start looking a little bit better. I mean, I don't think that looks horrible. I think that looks far better than what it was. Around the back, I don't know if I need to do quite the same treatment to this, because I guess the interesting thing here is the glass. And then we're gonna have a bunch of garden here. I don't know what I'm gonna do about windows. I haven't figured that bit out yet. I think that works. Can we fit, I feel like this house, this like sort of retirement home almost feels like we need like some sort of bay window setup on the edge here. Like it feels like it's screaming out for it. You know what I mean? It's got that vibe about it. What if we just cut our walls on the end to match that? Is that weird? So you'd have the roof like that, and then it just goes in the diagonal on the ends. I think I'd have to have it stick out a little bit further because I think now it doesn't look like it's weighted properly with that building back there, but that's possible. I don't know if I like the idea, but I feel like it's gonna be super annoying. I feel like I'm gonna regret it. Although I feel like it could be a really nice games room though. But maybe what we can do instead is extend this front section a little bit so that now looks like it's sitting back. That's a little bit wider out. And then it kind of looks interesting. How much space do I have in here though? Because I might end up with way too much space. Like this is a pretty big building. But I guess I still need kitchen, dining, living, games, staff areas. Like there's a lot left. So, I mean, maybe it would work. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this whole section. It's just gonna be easier to clone it. I'm just gonna do the same thing and see what it looks like if we do it on both sides. So we'd have it like that, which I really don't mind. I think it does look kind of interesting. So maybe we just, this is our new direction. Okay. Then thankfully these windows wrap perfectly around this. So what I'm thinking is basically the whole diagonal bit is a window. Is that too big? I guess the problem is I need to find windows that, do we have windows that like match this more or less as a regular window size? Because basically I just need some regular windows on the rest of the building. These kind of look maybe too, like I need something a little bit more, oh, hang on. I was like, just a little bit with something like more detail to it because again, this is such a big flat building. Like I just think we need something that has more going on with it, just so it adds that detail for us. And then obviously there's gonna be like landscaping and gardening and all that. So I feel like it's gonna work. So maybe what if we do a floor trim here, and then that means I can just push these windows down. Although now they have to be very low. Oh, actually that might work. Okay, if I do that, you know what we should do is just put a tree here. Just block. I don't actually like doing that. But I think a tree somewhere might be nice. Maybe not there, but perhaps do like the trimmed sort of cypress trees there. Or I guess I don't know if they're trimmed, but maybe just not fully grown. I'm just gonna roll with that for now. Oh, actually, because that's a room, I can just copy that. It's gonna be a lot easier than trying to do it exactly the same way. Okay, just place these down here as well. I think there's definitely room to experiment with what we could do at the front here. You know, just done the same on this side with the windows and all that. And then I guess the entrance, we're gonna need nice big doors, which I think I'll probably just use the same doors I was using over here. There, might leave like a little gap so we can see sort of bricks around the door so it doesn't look all glass. I do a little bit more eave on that roof just so it extends a little bit more. And then I guess up above here, I think I'll do these windows. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. I feel like it needs something. I don't know what that thing is yet, but it'll probably come to me in a dream. Whatever that means. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about the rest of windows around the back section here yet, or that kind of stuff. Let's now shift focus to figuring out how this place is gonna work. Like, how is this layout gonna work? Where are things gonna go? How are we gonna move through this place in a way that makes sense as well? Like, it has to flow gameplay wise, because I want to actually play in this lot. So I want it to make sense and not be a slog to do anything. So that basically means we're gonna want a kitchen that's near the dining area. And I guess actually, you know what? It might have been a bad idea to do counters in here because I do not want them coming to put food out over here or chopping up food. Maybe I should either get rid of these, which is probably the easiest solution. We can put some other decoration in there. Or I'd have to put a bunch of clutter on it, which I think would just look messy. So I'm gonna get rid of all these for gameplay reasons. And then in here, okay, let's have a look. So you're gonna come in, there's obviously gonna be some sort of lobby entrance area. So why don't we just cut this all the way through? I think that's totally fine. Because then we're gonna have some upstairs as well. I think we're just gonna allocate this as the staff area. This will be staff bedrooms. I don't know how many staff members we're gonna have, but we'll do a few rooms up here. Obviously, seniors being here, they will probably use this too. There's just nothing we can do about that at the moment, which is a shame, but anyway, we'll get to that. So let's just get some big lights in here so we can sort of see what we're working with. So we're gonna do, yeah, this is our entrance. So we're gonna have some stairs. How do I wanna do the stairs? Do I want them to be in the middle as a kind of a focal point? I think so. I think having like some sort of focusing stairs is usually quite interesting. Although, hang on, where is that gonna, it's not enough room up there. It has to be further back. Oh, get another light there. I kind of want like a lobby desk as well. You know what? Maybe we should flip these because I want like a little reception area here. It'll just be decorative, but I still feel like we should probably have one. And then in this case, I think I'll just sort of actually just cut that section off, and then maybe this can be like the main connection point to these other side rooms, so we won't be able to go from here to here. You have to go sort of through here and there. But I guess the other thing is there's so many dang hallways, so I get like, so there's a hallway here to a hallway to a hallway. But I guess on the other hand, it is just kind of decorative and a fun. You know, we're just having fun, right? So does it really matter that we have many, many hallways? It's a big building, you need hallways. I don't know what to tell you, I'm sorry. Okay, I've just been sort of playing around trying to figure out what I actually wanted to do with the sort of reception lobby. So I've got like a little reception desk and I've been really careful. I was tempted to use half walls and counters, but I was like, if I use counters, kitchen stuff's gonna come in here. If I use half walls, there's gonna be dirty plates on it. Not to say they can't put stuff all over this, but I specifically did not use counters or half walls for that reason. And we got some little filing cabinets and then like, I guess like a little waiting area maybe for, I don't know, whatever reason. If you're having to sit here and wait, you know, there's a place to wait is the idea. Just so it's more than just a room that's a hallway. And I just set up a little computer there as well. So it's also functional. And I've only got one door here, so you sort of go that way and I've got like the little sort of, I think it was the recreation center sign. I thought that kind of made sense. And then we can decorate it up a little bit more as we go. All right, so then I guess I'll just do this carpet in there. That's fine. This can be maybe the same sort of thing. All right. I was really here to figure out the layout, not so much furnishing, but I kind of got distracted there. So layout wise, yeah, the stairs are here now. There is a bit of dead space there, which I'm thinking maybe we just turn that into a bathroom because that could easily just be a pretty big bathroom right there. We could even have it connect off the waiting room. However, in terms of gameplay, that would probably be annoying because if you're like here and you see someone wants to go to the toilet, they'd walk all the way around like that. So I'm thinking we just have a door here somewhere. Now, this is like almost an indoor-outdoor walkway. I guess the idea is you don't need to go to this bit. You could walk through the building here. So I probably want to use these doors. I kind of like these doors. These felt a little bit more commercial, like with the sort of large push bars to get through them. I don't know if that's the kind of door I guess you'd probably have automated doors in a home like this. So I guess we could just imagine these are also automated. But also it's The Sims, so it doesn't matter. And also in The Sims, all doors are automated, so that also doesn't matter. So whatever, you know what I mean? I'm actually gonna flip them all the same way so they all have those push bars on this intersection. But yes, this is The Sims, so let's not get too carried away in what makes sense and what doesn't. You know what I mean? All right, kind of the same color. Let me see. Kind of. It's not perfect, but I'll do that. Again, let me just keep working on the layout here before I get too stuck into it. All right, so we've got two large community sections. One side, I think, really just has to be like kitchen, dining. Even that's probably a lot of space for that. But then we also need a living room, a games room. So we can have like knitting. I think we should probably have a few sitting rooms. Maybe like one of the sitting rooms has like a TV. So it's like the TV room, which by the way, I'm actually now thinking I might remove the TVs in individual rooms. First of all, because if someone's watching a TV in here, the sim won't be able to sleep. So I think that's maybe gameplay-wise just a bad idea. Likewise, I did put some radios in some of these rooms. I'm actually going to remove that too. Again, for gameplay reasons, I think it's cute storytelling-wise that, you know, you have little TVs and radios, but the Sims are going to walk in here and watch the TV while someone's trying to sleep. It's going to be super annoying. So what we'll do instead is we'll have like a TV room, which maybe also has like the knitting and stuff in it. Or maybe knitting could be another room. I guess it depends how much space we have. Then we need like a games room, which is another sort of communal space. And I've got one bathroom there. To be honest, that's probably enough because we've got 8 bathrooms down here, which I know it's, I guess, unrealistic, but our Sims are just going to wander into any room that they want to, you know, they're going to use any of these bathrooms. So I think having one in this area is probably fine. And we'll have another one upstairs maybe. I guess I could fit another one somewhere. So I think we definitely got to use these rooms at the end for like dining and sitting rooms and all that kind of stuff. So I think, let me have a look. Basically, I mean, this is going to continue being a hallway. We're going to have a hallways. We have hallways on hallways, which I know I can see the comments now just saying I've got too many hallways, but in my defense, this one is not really a hallway. It's just, you know, an external section of the building. I'll try not to double up these ones too much though. So I think this hallway should end there, and I'll do the same on this side. So we're going to come down here, we're going to end there, okay? So the main, I guess I mostly want the Sims to walk through here and down. They will be able to go in here though, or do we just want to always have them walk through this? I guess we could do that. Maybe I should just do that and avoid, again, okay, yeah, you know what? I do this in my videos all the time where I'm like, oh, that's not so realistic. Let's try and keep it a little bit more. Let's, you know, keep it like how it would actually be. And then I do the other stuff where like I'm like, a second later, that doesn't matter, we'll just do whatever. So in that case, let's just do whatever. Let's use this as a hallway. I guess it just makes more sense anyway, right? So let's use these doors here. I'm gonna have them evenly spaced on either side of the room. So this one kind of makes sense anyway, because you just walk straight through. And I guess I need some windows. Should I just use these doors though? Or maybe I just use this window here. Wow, that lighting is totally different. Maybe I'll just go third door. Instead of doing another window, we'll just do another door. So it's like, those are our windows, right? Okay, so you come out here, this is your hallway. And then how do I want this all to connect? I mean, that's gotta be a room, right? Pretty easy to divide that. Well, actually, hang on. Then I don't really need this gap here. I could just do this door. Hang on, this is getting, now, oh, okay. I don't know if I like, because then I'm gonna have to have doors here. Now it looks messy. Dang it. All right, I think I just need to work this out and get back to you on it. All right, so this is what I ended up with. Kind of annoyingly though, for some reason, doors and windows have different lighting. So we've got the main just using this as our hallway on the outside. I think that looks okay. I kind of spaced the windows somewhat evenly. I did originally not have a door there and had 2 doors here and here, but it just seemed kind of silly to not have a door right there, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I suppose I could just make them all doors, but then I felt like there was a lot of doors. But maybe that is the better option. Anyway, I might change my mind later on. So we've got obviously the little reception there, bathroom there. Then we do have doors to these 2 rooms from this little hallway area, just because I felt it was useful. And in fact, when I got rid of that and just cut that off, it made this space kind of weird. So I thought it just made sense to leave that as a secondary hallway. But I didn't continue the hallway along here all the way through because it would just be kind of pointless. So I'm not sure exactly which these rooms are going to be yet, but there'll be some sort of community room that we'll figure out. However, the left room over here, this is going to be our kitchen and dining area. So there's going to be a lot of dining. Have a nice big bathroom in here. This will be like the kitchen space, and then I'll have like a little serving section out here, maybe like a coffee bar or something, or counters or something related to it. So it's almost like a little kitchen serving buffet kind of area. Lots of tables and seating around there. I might even put a door here and turn this into an exterior courtyard with maybe some seating, because that could be kind of cute. Like we could do this, just make it part of this space here, have like a little garden seating out here. Could be quite cute actually. I want to do some like garden planting around, so it's not just bricks and everything, maybe there as well. Have some outside tables, do some landscaping. That's in there. Then over the other side, I'm thinking this will be like the main like TV room or like lounge room. So I have maybe a TV at this end, and then I'm thinking like sort of seating around here, and then a couple extra couches at the back, just sort of around the place. Then a bathroom there. In between, I was thinking maybe this could be like a more quiet space, like computers or that kind of stuff, or even just reading lots of books as like a library. Or maybe we could make, actually maybe one of these could be the library. We have like a library, and then maybe this could be like a computer room or something. That could make sense. And then the other one could be the games room, because I haven't figured out where that's going to go yet. Or there might be enough room, because these rooms are pretty big. There might be enough room to put it all in one space. I'm not entirely sure yet. We're just going to see how that goes. So that's the layout. And then upstairs, I haven't figured out yet. Let's ignore that. There's so much to do on this build though. So let's ignore the upstairs for now and just move down here. So I think I'm going to start maybe with the dining kitchen space, because I feel like maybe this will be easy. Could be famous last words. We'll see. Oh, you know what I should do? The kitchen probably should have access to the outside, so we can do a bin pretty easily. But if I can't really put a door there, that's not gonna look great, is it? Maybe we should flip. We don't need it. What? It's not real. I can just put a bin in here. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Just put a bin in here. There you go. Bin. Actually, can we cook like regular meals on this? Because this would be a fun like commercial setup to have. It's like storytelling wise, like this is where we prepare food. It definitely seems like more suited for a commercial setup, is it? So obviously that's cooking. Chopping up. Not a lot of space for serving in here. I mean, I suppose I could make the kitchen bigger. It doesn't have to be this small. I just made it this size because I didn't think it needed to be bigger, but now that I'm building it, I think I actually need to make it a bit bigger. So I'm gonna expand the kitchen just because it's gonna make my life easier. So we do have this. This would be cool if, like, I think this would be great if this works. I don't feel like you could have your own sim tend it though, because so I guess what you would do on another lot is you'd hire a vendor to come in, but I don't know if you can have sims tend these, right? But I feel like it'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna work. I think they definitely look cool, but I think what I'll do, so then we'd like prepare food, put it here, then they can grab food off of this, or also that door should probably be the other way, or do I just put it against the wall? I think maybe we do this, and then we could have a little coffee machine there. Oh wait, did I ever do it? Oh, I did do a dishwasher. You know what, I might get a second one. We'll get a couple. Yeah, so we could do a coffee machine, maybe like a drinks tray as well, I don't know. And then we just have food, maybe not that drinks tray, what's one that looks, maybe a hot cocoa tray. And then we can just serve food here. I think that makes sense. So, okay, I guess I have to be realistic here. We have 8 rooms, it means we're gonna have 8 elders here at a time. So I don't really need any more than that. Any more than that is just clutter. However, having said that, could be nice. No. How do I want to do that? I think we need to just design it for more than 8 sims, because if I only do 8, we're not going to have anyone in here. Like I have 2 tables. I think I need 3 tables maybe. Now I was going to do, should we do square or circle? It just seems like these are too small because the room is so big. Yeah, and yes, the sizing is, this table's cool. I do like this. However, the problem with circular tables is you really, ignore the chair I'm using, this is just demonstration. Because it seats 6, and you can't like place these wherever you want around the table. If I wanted to just only have 4, there's no like neat way to have 4 sitting at a table. It's just always gonna look weird. So then it's like, well, do I have to do 6? Or maybe you do 5 and have it like this, but then, well, you do 4 like that, I suppose. Such a nice table though. Like it'd be good to have like a few of these in. Ooh, these chairs look comfy. Because I feel like we need some comfy chairs, you know? Comfy, practical chairs. Actually, maybe these. The ones from Growing Together are actually like really good for this, I think. Oh, but the colors are not great. I guess we could do pink. All right, well, hang on. If I do this, is this just this is so many chairs. That's the problem. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and sort of furnished it up a little bit, added a bit of clutter around the place, got a couple of the vending machines there, a little notice board there. And then the way I've done the tables is we have 8 seats at these sort of 2 tables on the side, and the smaller one in the middle, and then just a little couch. And I decided to put a fireplace in the middle. So there's something else in here. I didn't want to like over decorate it. I feel like if I add too much stuff in, like in terms of, I don't know, just decorations, it sort of starts feeling, I don't know, not right. I don't know. I think I could do more like flowers and stuff around the place. I think it'd be cute. But I just didn't want to I don't want to do rugs in here because I feel like that could be like a tripping hazard, spilling stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. Like I'm kind of trying to be like, again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm trying to be realistic, but then at the same time, not really, because a lot of this doesn't make sense, right? So, you know, I guess the question is just where am I drawing the line for myself? And it's wherever I feel like it, to be honest. I find something, I want something here, I think. Keeping in mind that there is a window here, so I don't want to like block up the window by putting stuff in front of it. Like, so I don't want to do this because it just blocks the window. I really, the beige is definitely, I don't know, I kind of like how bland that looks, to be honest. I don't know, something about it. All right, I just wanted to put something on this. I don't know, just something little. Like it's really nothing much, but that's kind of it. You know, that's our little dining room. And then we could do some stuff out here. Let's just go ahead and decorate this up. I think these could be good. Just lining the wall a little bit as like a nice backdrop. Like I don't know if it looks great just layering them like that. Like, and if I just left it, I don't think I'd like that. But I think putting that at the back and then other plants in front, I think is gonna look nice, is my plan anyway. At least I hope it does. That's what I'm trying to do. So then we get like nice garden plants in here. Also, I guess I haven't really figured out what I'm doing with all these yet. They're kind of just empty. But yeah, so I'm kind of thinking something like that. Get some nice little flowers in that section. And then this gives us like a little outdoor courtyard area for the dining space. And I guess I'm not sure what I'm doing in terms of like, am I gonna block it off so you can't come around this way? Or maybe we just paint some nice little pathways that you can walk around. Because what if we just have this little pathway that sort of comes out like this? Let me redo that, I kind of messed it up. And then it sort of just joins through there. I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish the rest of that off, but it's just an idea. And then I would probably just set up maybe just 2 tables. I think any more than 2 is gonna be too many. Maybe to just do pink so it sort of matches our interior theme. And I might just do the same chairs out here, to be honest. And these 2 might just face this little garden area, and then these can like face outward. And then, I don't know, I could add some other stuff out here as we needed. But, actually we could do, maybe I'll do just a tree in the middle for funsies and just like, get rid of that a little bit to break up all the pavement a little bit as well. And we can sort of detail that up a bit. Yeah, that's a cute little area. So then that completes a sort of kitchen and dining space. I'm gonna do all the bathrooms just now because I'm gonna probably just use the same stuff that we had. We're not gonna do a shower and stuff, but I might have a couple of toilets in here, so a couple toilet rooms and some sinks, and I'll just do that because all those are gonna be the same. Now let's go ahead and work on this little room in here, which is gonna be like the activity, games room, living room, etc., etc., etc. So let's have a look. So we're definitely gonna want one of these games tables. I think at least 1, maybe 2. It might actually be worth doing that because if we do set like a games time where we get all the elders in here at once, they might want to use both at the same time, you know, so it might be worth doing 2 tables. What else? Ping pong? That might be too intense. The TV, I was gonna put where the fireplace is, but I think that's a better spot for the fireplace. We could maybe center the TV on this wall over here. So what I might do, let's get some, well, let me get out couches and stuff that I want to use. I think those are nice. And then, do we have a matching armchair for this? We do have the cottage living armchair that we're using in the bedrooms. I mean, that's kind of cute. Okay, my question is, I guess, how orderly do I want to make this setup? Like, should this be like really as neat and like organized as I can make it? Or am I just kind of like I am now, where I'm just kind of rotating them where maybe they've been pushed and pulled around a little bit, you know? I want them facing the TV, so it's gonna be over there. But how many seats do I have? 2, 4, 6, 7 seats. And at the moment I've kind of split them like this. I don't know, like, do I want all these together or do I want armchairs all over the place? I just don't know, you know? And I don't think I want to do another one in front because then they won't be able to see. I definitely want to try and get some like little side tables and stuff. I just try and make them sort of more face the TV rather than facing each, because this is not a place to chat. This is a place to watch TV, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess I don't hate that. It's a little bit of fun. Got a nice big TV. Yeah, let's go. Might even just panel this whole wall just to make it a little bit different. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's get some, ooh, radiators. Not what I was saying. We do already have a fireplace, but a radiator wouldn't hurt. Get more heat in here. Actually, we should get a rug. I feel this room could probably have a rug in it. I purposely didn't do one in the living room. I mean, the living room. This is the living room. In the dining room, but we could probably have one in here. I just feel like we need a really big rug. I almost never get to use these giant rugs because there's nowhere that ever fits them. It's like bland, but I kind of love it. Maybe this wall we could change it. Oh yeah, that's actually probably too much. No, I'll just leave that for now. And then let's get I was on my way to get tables, but then I got distracted. I wanted these little ones because these are much, these are much smaller. Sort of look like they're more portable, and I guess I just sort of wheel them around as needed. It's so beige in there. That's so funny. I like that though, that's cute. Let's get some other stuff. Oh, that's what we should do actually. Dancing, yes. Absolutely, we can do that over here. Maybe have like a little dance floor here. So then we could have the activity tables maybe tucked over here. Dance floor here somewhere. I might rearrange that. TV zone there. Yeah, cute. Okay, where are those chairs? I'm gonna get these same chairs if they have a good color for us. I mean, I got colors on the tables. I don't know if the chairs also need to be colored. I put this here somewhere. I guess I need to make sure there's room for these. I don't want that to burn. So maybe just move it over a little bit here. We're gonna have our bingo set up over here. And then I guess maybe I'll move this here then. And then do we just do a big dance floor in the middle of the room like this? I might actually do the one from the kit. Is it cheaper? That's invisible, yeah. There's bigger ones, right? Oh, we could get this one. The lights. Wait, do they not have a bigger one? I thought they did. No, maybe they didn't. All right, I'll just do this. I mean, I think that's enough room to dance anyway. That'll be fine. The dancing area just there. These two tables over there. I guess I'll get the same lights I did in the other room where I've got these sort of hanging lights. Pop them above where these tables are. I guess doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because you might move your lights around, but whatever. I feel like this could use some really nice wall lights. I was using these ones outside, so I might just use them again in here. A little bit of ambiance. Go to nighttime. That's good. And then I think we just still need more light in general anyway, so we'll get one of these. Okay, so we can come in here for dancing, table games, watching TV. That's the idea. Is there anything else for this specific room anyway? I mean, there's other stuff we could do, like music and all that, but maybe not in this room. Like darts is a bad idea, maybe. Could do a little fish tank. That's kind of cute. Oh, do I want to do the same kind of courtyardy thing over this side? I might just leave it because we could have an exit here somewhere or something. I don't know. All right, we'll just do that. Okay, cool. So that's our TV games room area. Then, so what I was thinking is this would be our library and this can be like our little computer room. And then this, I guess we can do like knitting, more quiet activities. So like knitting and other activities that I can't think of right now. I don't know. I'll get back to that one. Oh, like chess and stuff. That could be good. Yeah, what am I doing? Here we go. I'll do chess in there rather than, I guess you could say I could put it in the library, but I guess this is just going to be books. You know what I mean? Like that's all it's going to be. Which books do I want to do? I like these books. But they don't really have many variants though. Okay, hang on. Actually, I guess it's okay. I mean, how many bookcases do we really need? Not that many. If I just go like a couple here in the middle and then we'll, I don't know, figure out the rest. I'll actually put them on the wall. That might be a good idea too. And then, isn't there a matching one? Or maybe it's not matching, but it was from high school years as well, where it kind of goes in the middle of the room. Wait, am I crazy? High school years. Oh yeah, this one. It's not matching, but I think we can get the same sort of color. Because I want this room to feel full, but also not just like having bookcases shoved everywhere. A couple like that. And then, because then they're on the sides, they're kind of not in your way. Oh wait, I don't need to put these back to back. Right, they're double-sided. That's what I was remembering. Well, how do I want to arrange? I'll get one more there, and then we'll have some sort of door or something there. And then maybe that's it. Maybe we just have seating in the middle now just for reading. Like we don't need crazy amount of bookcases and stuff. Okay, so I might do something like this. We're getting the same sort of stuff from the other room. Then I have a couple over here so you can sort of face someone. Put back a little bit more space in there. And that's probably fine, honestly. Like, and then maybe a rug as well. Does it matter that I've kind of, the way I've set it up, that it's not like centered? Like, do we care about that? I don't know that I do. Like, I think that's fine. And I might use this darker wood panel wall. But then on this wall, maybe that could be a fun, a wall. I think it's a lot next to those chairs. Where it is right next to the chairs with the same pattern, it's maybe a lot. Maybe this wallpaper, but we'll do like oh yeah, we could do that one. Kind of goes with the wall. I'm gonna get these lights in here because they feel warm and cozy. That'll need to be a door, so I'll do that in a second. A nice little table. Actually, that feels like it's gonna fall over. I don't like that lamp. I'm gonna use this one that I use in the bedrooms. Alright, get rid of that light. Oh, that's maybe too dark here now. We need to be able to read. Well, actually, hang on. I'm gonna put the door here because that'll actually probably brighten it up a bit. Should I just use this door that I've kind of been using on the inside? Yeah, why not? Go on then. So then this is gonna be our little computer room. We'll have a light in it. And that actually lightens up this a little bit more too. So maybe now I'll just leave it. It's probably not enough lighting. But well, it depends how good your eyes are, you know, at that age. Anyway, let's do the little computer lab area. So this is basically just gonna be a few desks in here. That's all I'm thinking. Maybe even just like a writing space too could be a good idea. Do these tile? I think they do, but then that's too many desks. Like I don't need like that many, you know? I mean, I suppose I don't have to put a chair at every single desk. I guess that just, so if I go like this, it's a lot, but I can just do that. There's actually 4. And then we'll do, well, how many computers do I want to do? Because I feel like Sims are going to be addicted to computers. Because we've got 1 over there and then 2 there. That's all we've got in the entire lot. Do we need more than that? Maybe I'll do more. Maybe they'll all be computers in there then. Yeah. I mean, that's all this room is, by the way. I'm not really adding anything else. Might actually do the cozy lighting in here. Might be a bit nicer. I want to do it. Should we do it? Hang in there, poster. No, I just wanted like, I don't know, some nice art. Oh, there you go, nice horsies. Okay. Actually, I was wondering, I should probably do curtains in here or something, right? I don't know. It just makes it, I guess it'll make it feel more cozy. It's very beige, which is kind of the point, but I still feel like we probably need some curtain or something. I'm not sure how I want to do it though. Because especially being on a diagonal, it's kind of difficult to like get anything to actually fit on this properly. These kind of fit side by side actually. Not too bad. Surprisingly, that actually worked pretty well. But if I put the walls down, they get stuck there. That's what I don't like. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay. What if I put that in the corner? It's still there. That's really the downside to diagonals. Okay, maybe I just don't. I also haven't done any ceiling, but I don't know what I'd do in here because like, oh, it's so beige in here. It's so good. I feel like I probably need some other little finishing touches, but we'll come back to it. Okay, I think I like the library. It's really, it is what it is. Books and computers, that's all it is. Okay, so then this room is gonna be our, I guess, chess. And I guess if chess doesn't fit in there, we can put it in here. But it's mostly gonna be knitting, which I don't really know. I like this wallpaper. Use this again. Maybe a different color though. Color. Blue, red, maybe not black. Do the full on pink. Whatever, anyway. Let me get what I actually need first. So, I mean, we gotta do the rocking chairs in here for sure. So let's get a nice comfy rocking chair. Well, we'll get a few of them. Although, can they even knit when they're in the rocking chair? I feel like, am I making that up? I feel like they couldn't. Yeah, this room's pretty big actually. I guess it didn't feel as big in there because I sort of made it smaller with all the bookcases, but this is pretty big. This room might also need a fireplace actually. I feel like that would probably help anchor this space a bit. Maybe get like a really big one there. Yeah, that's about center. Because that gives us like a focal point in the room. And then I guess, because that's, where is that? On that wall. I guess it'll just come all the way up here. Okay. Anyway, that's there. So we got another fireplace just there. So that'll help sort of guide us to where we're actually putting stuff. I feel like it's got to be like a knitting circle, right? Maybe let me not overdo it with armchairs or like rocking chairs because that actually might be too. We'll get a couple of these. And where's I need like a nice coffee table here. I kind of wish we had more circular ones than just this. Actually, there is a couple. There's this one, and then there's the one from the pack that must not be named. But none of those, even from the other pack I don't have, would not really fit here. So it doesn't really help me. So why don't I guess I'll just use various little things. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab these armchairs. I'm gonna have a couple of these around. Maybe do a different color as well. Over here, maybe like just a regular one. Kind of cute. I'll position these in a second. So, okay, so I want knitting. Cool, searching knitting doesn't help. I guess it's not called knitting. Let's go to the knitting pack and see what it was called. Again, thank you. It is called yarn, of course. So I'll get one over here, one on the floor, and we can get some of the other knitting stuff perhaps as well. I don't know if I want this other stuff, like the other decorative stuff. I'm not actually that far if I just want like a nice little circle for knitting. All right, let's have a little position here. Okay, like this, move that back a bit so it's actually aligned a little bit better. You have those tables, this one can have a table here. Okay, so they're kind of just in somewhat of a circle, which I might actually move this back because the way I've positioned that fireplace. Get another one. There's no way, unless we set up a schedule that Sims specifically are going to come and knit, there's no way this room is going to be used for knitting. Yeah, these are kind of placed a little bit messily, but I guess I don't mind that. I guess I could rearrange it. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna put around it. Cause like we've got all this space around. Like, I'm not sure what I'm putting in this room besides this. I guess like I said, I can do the chess and the quiet activities. Now look at this. It's got like pink and blue on this rug. Okay, I kind of like it. A little bit of fun. Got all my colors going on in here. Sort of shifting a little bit. Might get one more basket. Maybe this one can go up there as well. So we've got that. Anything else in here in the activities? Ooh, a buffet table actually. Thinking of trying to do something with the buffet. Maybe that would make sense. Maybe we should do a buffet table. I think I was talking about, I really want to do a buffet in here. And then I just didn't use the buffet. I kind of forgot about it. I forget about it because it's from the event and not from a specific pack. So we can just spawn food on this. So we'll use that for sure. All right, anyway, we got that back in. All right, let me go over here. Let's go to chess table. Is there anything else? Because we can get, I don't know if I want to do 1 or 2 chess tables. 2 might be like a lot, but I don't know what else I'm putting in this room. So, okay, what else? So what else, people? Curtains. I reckon that'll help actually. So I've started doing a little bit of landscaping outside because I feel like we need to get the show on the road. I feel like we're nearly done, except for the entire outside. We're nearly done. So we finished off our little room in here. Oh, I forgot to mention, I swapped out one of the knitting baskets for the cross stitch basket, so we can do cross stitching as well. And then upstairs, I've planned a layout So I'm thinking we can do 2 staff rooms, one here and one here. And then they have ensuite bathrooms. And then I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with these rooms. I'm thinking maybe one could be the cycle bikes, which again, I don't have right now because that's in the new pack, which I don't have installed right now, unfortunately. But we could turn this into a spin cycle class, essentially. And then I guess we could have some elders coming up here to do that. That's fine. Not sure what I'm putting in that one though. I haven't figured that out. Anyway, for this staff rooms, because if you do a getaway that has staff, they also need beds. So we basically just need to make some more bedrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically whip that up. And I'm thinking, do we just have them share? Like how many staff am I going to have here? Like, I guess I would probably need a chef at some point, and then people cleaning, probably a few cleaners and gardeners. I will have the elders doing gardening as well. So maybe we could not do gardeners. Maybe we need cleaning staff, probably 2, like for cleaning and repairs, and then like someone to cook. And then I guess we could do a host if we want, but probably 3 to 4. So I think that makes sense. We could just do shared rooms, which is not ideal. I suppose I could chop it up a little bit more maybe, because this does divide neatly into rooms like this. I mean, that one not as much, but hang on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make the rooms and then I'm gonna show you when it's done. Because we've already made so many rooms everywhere, like all the bedrooms. It's basically gonna be the same thing, just a different layout. And there we go. So I've done 4 bedrooms up here. I instead made them a little bit smaller and just did 4 of them in this area. We have kind of 2 themes, yellow and blue. Other than that, not too different, but I've done a few little clutter items, like it's the staff stuff that they've got there. Then we actually have 2 bathrooms. There's one here and another one there, just so there's plenty of bathrooms. I mean, this lot has so many dang bathrooms, so we're not gonna have problems there. Then I set up this. I basically had this room left. I didn't know what to do with it. It's just like an office. It's basically got no use. It does have bookcases though, so I guess you could come up here and read. And then this at the moment is set up as like a yoga studio. So they could come up here and do some yoga, but like I said, I'd probably change that to like the spin cycle class when we get that. Otherwise, I think that's a nice little use of it. So with that, I believe that's all the interior. Oh, actually, you know what? No, okay, I gotta make these hallways. I basically just gotta do some lights, and I'm thinking maybe just some benches or seating in here. And then the interior is done. Okay, super simple. Just got some lights along the side and a couple of bench seating there. Well, they're not benches, but you know what I mean. Similar to what I just did over there. It's basically just dressing because I don't think Sims are ever going to sit there really. But that now completes the inside. Now we're going to move to the outside. So out here, we're going to do this pretty quickly because this video is very long. Not that it's going to be done quickly, but I'm going to edit it quickly. I'm thinking we need some sort of lake. We need like a lake so we can watch the ducks, have little benches around here, nice landscaping. Then I'm thinking we need a greenhouse, maybe here or here, and some outside gardening space. I think it'd be really cute. And then we just got to do up the little balcony spaces for each of our Sims. So let's go. So the lake, I'm thinking we need like, whoa, okay, make it a little bit softer. Need like a bean shape. I gotta try, I don't know how, because, okay, there's a couple things we need to do here. I need it to be, first of all, big enough, but also small enough that we can fit nice landscaping around it, but not too small, because I don't want it to be little. Yeah, it's a fine balance. Okay, water tool, let's have a look. Actually, that's cute. I like that. I might just curve this bit in a little bit more. Okay, this is what I've marked out. It looks kind of messy now, but it's gonna work. Each of these are gonna be a spot where we're gonna have like a little bench, a little setup. This is just a little pathway. Then we're gonna landscape the rest and blend it all in, baby. So basically like that, I've connected these few with little pathways. And then to make it look a little bit more interesting as well, let's do like a few little rocky areas so it's not all like a perfect lake edge. Even though I imagine the idea of this lake is it was probably, you know, they probably dug it out, like it's man-made. Definitely not natural, but we're gonna add some little details here and there. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can see it's kind of floating. They're not really touching, but we're gonna put like plants and all that around it as well. So I think it's all gonna blend in nicely because we want this basically to be very lush, very green, brimming with plants and all that. Like this, I'm just getting started. Oh, we're just getting started. Like, I think this whole area here, basically, I want it to just be plants. Definitely get some lilies. Oh, this fountain, actually. We definitely want a fountain somewhere. Maybe that can go, oh, that could go here. It's kind of cute. This is also a little fountain. We could actually just pop this on the side of the lake somewhere just for funsies. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. You know, it's just hidden in there. And then, of course, we definitely need the pond effects. We need some ducks. They're not going to be right near that, so I'll put them over this side. So there's some here. Oh, a pair of swans over there. And we'll get an alligator. No, we're not getting an alligator. And maybe Mr. Ducksworth can be here. Maybe each bench should have something. Now let me go ahead and landscape the rest of this as well. Okay, I think that's looking better. I think This is kind of what I'm after. So now we have this beautiful like lake area where we can sit out around it, hang out, watch the ducks, all that. Very cute. Now, I guess there's not that many actual activities here, so now we're gonna start trying to add some more outdoor stuff. So, like I said, I wanna do a greenhouse, I think. Well, I know I do wanna do a greenhouse. I mean, I think I was gonna put it over here. I don't know how big I want it. You know what, let me make it a size, that might be too big. And then let me get the planters that I wanna put in here. And then, because I feel like I always build the greenhouse first, then I can't fit my planters in. So how about we do it the other way around? Question is, do we build it out of the walls or do we maybe use these? These might make more sense. It'll just match the rest of our building. All right, so I've put the windows around and I think I moved the planters into the middle because I figured we should probably do flower arranging too. I feel like that's a nice little activity we can add. I also added a bee box in there so someone can keep some bees. We got some vertical planters. I'll do some more on this side as well. So we're gonna have a variety of different plants. So we get some of these from Enchanted by Nature, the little potted plants like that, but then we shall also get some smaller ones like this around the room so that we can have plenty of plants inside the greenhouse. And then I think I'll still have some set up out here as well, just so we can maximize the gardening potential. All right. Do I like that greenhouse? I really wish we could color these roof trims white. Like I think it would look nicer. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a curve. All right, so I'll do that for the greenhouse. All right, I wanted to put that there so I know where it is and where we're going. The next thing I wanted to do is I want to have a gazebo like right here overlooking the water. Like in fact, I want it up on a foundation because I think that'd be kind of cool. So we're gonna put it here-ish. I'm gonna go up one, I think just one. Yeah, one will be okay because I actually don't want it to be up that high. And then I don't want it to be too big, but this is definitely too small. So I'm actually just gonna make this bigger. How big are we talking here? Maybe just like this? Because I want to put it, I think I want to put some musical instruments here. I think that'd be really cute. They can come out here, play whatever, or maybe even easel. That might be a good idea too. There's a few things we could do on this, but either way, I think it's a great idea. So that is, it's not in the center, right? Because it's not supposed to be. But is it too close to the center that it looks like it's supposed to be in the center? You know what I mean? Maybe I should move it over a bit. Like, it's close enough to the center that it looks like I just missed. So I'm actually gonna move it over one. So we pop it there. I think that's cute. So then, okay, I gotta figure out what's happening with these paths because obviously we have these paths here. Then I'm kind of using gravel, which I think I'll continue to use through the garden. I think that makes sense. So basically I want to have a, you know what, I know I've kind of left the gazebo, that's okay, we'll come back to it. Let's scope out, not scope out, but sort of frame out our garden center. I kind of want it to be like in its own space, almost. Like, I don't think I need a block, like do a fence all the way around the lot. Like, because I feel like we should just be able to walk over here, even though there's nothing there. It doesn't seem like I need to fence it off. But I kind of want to contain areas a little bit. I don't know if maybe this is too much. All right, I want to use one of these somewhere. Where can I put this? Maybe that can go, I want to put one over there because it's kind of out of the way. And then maybe, I feel like we could probably get one here. That's kind of near the lake and sort of, and actually that's kind of good because it kind of hides away the greenhouse when you're over here. Like you can obviously still see it, but it's sort of, it keeps you sort of focused in this area a little bit more. And then it's like, ooh, we get to go discover that. Maybe we can do the extra large, what are they called? Overgrown veggie boxes, planters. Actually, they're super cheap. Here we go. They almost have like a little farm kind of setup here. So someone could be growing giant crops, you know? I might actually give myself a little bit more room on this. So yeah, something like that. So we got the oversized crops there. And then obviously I haven't done terrain painting or anything yet. We'll get to that. Then I'm just gonna, let me go back, jump back over here, got a little gazebo. So what do I wanna put here? So yeah, we could do like a piano just basically because Sims can't move that and then they could go out there. And then maybe an easel as well. It's super random just having that piano there. I mean, it would definitely get ruined with that back there, but you know, it's fine. It's a little bit of fun. Let's go for it. All right, let me paint in some pathways and see what's gonna happen here. Because I think we need it to come out of here. I don't know where that's gonna go, but this will definitely connect through to the gazebo. And then this will definitely connect through here. Yeah, now not everywhere is gonna be jam-packed with plants like all of this, but some of it, you know, we want some plants around the place. It also just, I think when you put stuff like along pathways, even if the pathway just ends here, like it just feels like it gives it more structure. Like the path is there for a reason, you know, like it's sort of going around the flowers, or the flowers are like sprung up next to the path or something like that, you know? Oh, and I should definitely do some garden lighting because if I go to nighttime, it's gonna be very dark. Okay, I've just done some little lights around all this area. I really like the idea of creating like these little sections of our garden. So I'm doing like a little picnic area here. You just come and sit out here and enjoy the outside. And it's kind of enclosed, you know, you got these little bushes around you here. So it's like a little bit more special. And in fact, maybe we could do like some topiaries in here just for funsies. Maybe just put it here. It's like almost like a little centerpiece to this area. Which way do these face? If I put the basket, it's at the back. Okay, maybe we can always move these in live mode anyway. I don't know, it's just a nice little centerpiece kind of thing. Oh, we could also probably just do a picnic table, maybe a barbecue out here as well. That might be a good idea. Do I want these near the picnic space though? Maybe this barbecue should be somewhere else. I guess there's no point in me cramming everything together. Maybe I'll just do it over this side. If I put it this way, then you can both sit and sort of look out over that way, yeah. Figure out how that's gonna work. I also got out the Enchanted by Nature swings, so I figured we should have some swings. Put it over there somewhere. I suppose, could we do another gazebo? Am I gonna be over gazeboing? Does it feel like I have too many gazebo or is that okay? I think it's okay. I think they're far enough away. I won't do 3. 3 would be too many, but I think maybe that's kind of cute. So I'm just kind of blocking everything out at the moment in terms of, you know, where stuff's being placed. And then we kind of need to do more landscaping. All right, this is where I'm at with it. So we've got our little gazebo zone just here. We've got the swinging area just in this corner. And I've just painted in, you know, a little bit of dirt under all the plants and trees and our pathways around the place too. So obviously they don't go like fully in here. They sort of stop at this area and it sort of fades out as it comes over to these places. But this one goes all the way to the gazebo. And then we have the path coming around the side. Still got to do this little bit and got to do the front bit. Hey, where did this go? Oh, did it do that glitch where the terrain paint just gets deleted? Oh boy. I hope I don't lose all my terrain paint because that's going to be super annoying, but fingers crossed. Thanks, game. Okay, so each of their little deck areas now is what we're up to. I guess for now I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I've just added some little chairs and stuff to each of the little units and over this side as well, and down our little pathways. And I think we're looking pretty good for most of the outside now. I mean, and the lot in general. I think it just looks cool. And I think obviously you can then add whatever you'd like to make it feel a little bit more alive and like add more activities and adjust them as needed. So around the front, I probably just want to do a couple more, maybe one of these trees over here, just to sort of, that spot looked a little empty. Yeah, just sort of give it like a formal, like little area there. And I think maybe just in the front section here, maybe do some plants or something. I don't know, just make it seem like they're putting a little bit of effort in. You know, we try here, and actually in this room. I never really finished this room because I actually did this room. This is when I started doing the floor plan and I just kind of started furnishing, but I never really finished it because like this whole area's got nothing on it. I think on that note, we've completed our retirement home. I'm very excited to use this. So I guess, yeah, well, the quick little tour through, we've got the reception area here that comes into our little main entrance area with a bathroom. Off to the right, we've got our knitting and cross-stitching room with chess tables, very nice. Through this way, we have the main dining room, complete with vending machines and buffet tables. And of course, we've got our little kitchen in there. This is actually the only bin on the lot, which now that I think about it, I should probably add some more bins around the place. I will do that, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna add some bins around the place. That is literally the single bin we have. I also haven't done a mailbox. That one actually stays up so you can always see it, which I prefer. So there we go. That's our mailbox just there. All right, anyway. So back through this way, we've got our library with our little computer lab room, so you can use computers if you need. And then over this way, we've got the main activity/living room, 2 activity tables for puzzles and card games, etc. And a nice little TV space with all the chairs around, which I think is so much fun. And we also have a little dancing zone, a little aquarium, our easels we just put in. Then back over this way, we've got 4 of our little rooms, which we'll have a look at the rooms, I guess. Again, a little closer. So this is one of the rooms here. Nice, lots of space. They've got a bookcase, a little bath, well, actually a pretty big bathroom. And then 2 of the rooms on each side have bathtubs in them as well. So they have, I guess, a little less space than the other bathrooms, but they've also got a bathtub. And each of the rooms are slightly different, you know, a few different things in each room, different colors, layouts, but same kind of furniture. And they each have their own little balconies, which is really cute. And that's the same over the other side. Ooh, there we go. Yep. These are all the same, and then little balconies out the back. Well, I say balconies, they're not off the ground, they're at ground height. And then in the middle of all of this, we've got our beautiful pond, which is gonna have a bunch of ducks and swans and fireflies all around this place. Actually, I should do more fireflies around, especially in here, yeah. All right, put more fireflies around the place. But yeah, I think this is gonna be so, so nice. And actually, if I go to nighttime with all the lighting through the garden, Get all of that nice lit up. Not too bright, but it is definitely enough light to see what's going on. So back into daytime, we've got our nice little gazebo with bonsai, piano, and easel. We've got a little picnic area out here. Look at that beautiful view. We have a gazebo with a barbecue on it. And we've got the little swinging zone. Not that kind of swinging, but just on a swing set. And then over this side, we got our greenhouse with flower arranging and vertical planters, the bees, patchy, oversized crops. And then we also have our staff area upstairs. So we have 4 additional rooms just here, more bathrooms. And then we have our little yoga studio and I guess an office, which you could turn into something else. And of course, like I said, I think I'd probably do like the spin cycling class there. Also, I guess like, if you wanted to add other stuff, like these outdoor spaces, like these 2 sides here, don't really have anything in them. So you could turn them into another activity there as well. So there's plenty of room. And also all the lawn space, like these would be easy to change as well. But yeah, that's our little retirement home, which is not so little after all. And I think it turned out awesome. I'm so happy with this. But thanks again so much, Gameloft, for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check that link in the description down below to learn more about the latest update. And thank you so much to my top level members for supporting the channel. And thank you so much for watching. So, this is a big build. This literally took me all day. It is now 8 p.m. I've got to go edit this. And I started this at, I think like 10:30 this morning. So, I mean, not super early, but you know, it was a whole day thing. But I had so much fun building it and I cannot wait to play this. I'm excited to load this up in Adventure Awaits and chuck a bunch of big wallets in there. Get in there, big wallets. But I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's just a nice little thing to have in my game as well. And actually being able to assign it to be like an elder specific lot, even if it isn't just for my big wallets, just going here, there'll just be more elders around. Like I think what we could do, we could have like a few groups. We could have like residents, so they would stay in the rooms, but then we could have like, I don't know, let's call them visitors, and then just have more elders in that group. And then I was also thinking you could set up another visitors group, which would be like children. There's no way to specify relations, but my idea would be those like children visiting their grandparents or something like that could be really cute, but I don't know. There's a lot of potential with that setup. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching and have an awesome day.